There have been hybrid Subaru Crosstrek models before, but they were slightly different. The 2014-16 Crosstrek Hybrid was a relatively unsophisticated 160 horsepower hybrid that had a single 13 HP electric motor encased in its transmission that only netted a 2 mpg increase. From 2019 to 2023, the Crosstrek Hybrid became a more powerful and legitimate hybrid thanks to dual electric motors and a 5 mpg bonus. Unfortunately, it proved to be an expensive solution that only came as a plug-in hybrid that delivered 17 miles of range and was weak off the line due to its rather middling 148 horsepower. Today's Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid finally has the right formula. First off, it's a series parallel hybrid built using the 2.5-liter Boxer engine, modified to run the Atkinson cycle. Total system output is listed at 194 horsepower, which compares favorably to the non-hybrid 2.5 liters 182 horsepower. The engine alone makes 162 horsepower, with the main traction motor rated at 118 horsepower and 199 pound-feet of its own. The second motor is smaller and doesn't contribute to forward traction, but it does operate the starter and work as a generator to replenish the battery. Said battery is a compact lithium-ion unit with 0.6 kWh of estimated usable capacity that is not a plug-in. So the name, hybrid, really does apply. The engine and both electric motors work in conjunction with an eCVT, rather than a traditional CVT or torque converter automatic transmission. There's an X mode for low traction situations. And there's a new EV drive mode, though there won't be much range due to the battery's small capacity. Subaru has not yet released the curb weight, but we think it may be close enough to the non-hybrid that there is a good chance the electrified model is quicker than the regular car. It certainly will be punchier off the line with substantial electric drive torque available. Of course, MPG is the main appeal of hybrids, but Subaru isn't ready to divulge those figures just yet. That hasn't stopped us from doing some digging, and we think it will be at least 35 mpg. With the new model making use of the same 16.6-gallon tank as the standard car. The hybrid should be good for 580 miles of range on a single fill-up. Other all-wheel drive hybrids, such as the RAV4 hybrid, are front-drive machines with a rear electric motor. If you're driving on ice and snow, the front and rear feel different because the torque of the rear electric motor is delivered differently than the front ICE electric hybrid. In other words, they can feel strange. The Subaru symmetrical AWD system is purely mechanical, so both ends feel the same all the time. It's essentially the same as any other Subaru AWD system. They give up a couple mpg for this, but Subaru thinks it's worth the price. Inside, the Crosstrek Hybrid is identical to the standard car. Instrumentation is handled by a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster with infotainment courtesy of an 11.6-inch tablet-style screen. The rest of the layout is fairly utilitarian and designed more for practicality at the trailhead than pure comfort on your commute. Since Subaru stores the hybrid's battery system under the rear cargo area, the raised floor slightly hampers storage behind the rear seats. The effect isn't huge, with cargo dropping from 20.0 cubic feet of space to 18.6. With the seats folded, the effect is even more negligible, only down slightly from 55 cubic feet to 54.7 cubic feet. When the Crosstrek Hybrid arrives in the fall, it will launch with a set of two new exclusive paint colors called Sand Dune Pearl and Citron Yellow Pearl. Unfortunately, we won't have exact pricing until closer to the official launch of the car. The current non-hybrid Crosstrek ranges from $27.115 for the base model up to $33.915 for the Wilderness trim.